Long-time viewers will know I have attempted this playthrough before, and they'll also know that the old playthrough is gone, but rest assured, this time we're seeing it through to the end. Hey guys, Saxdude26 here, and welcome, finally, to Let's Double Play Kirby Superstar and Kirby Superstar Ultra. A 2-in-1 Let's Play that I've had on the back burner and in discussion basically for the entire time I've been part of the LP League. And after much stopping, starting, personal interruptions, and a conglomerate of things coming out of the blue, we are finally taking this playthrough back off the shelf and back into the limelight. And I am so excited that this one does not stay shelved, because it would be an absolute shame, as this is by far one of my favorite games in the Kirby franchise. So much like the last time I attempted this in 2013, the playthrough is going to be split across the two versions, jumping between the single player and two-player playthroughs as we go through each mode until we hit the extra content primarily focused in the DS version. It's pretty exciting to finally be doing this, and I'm just so glad that I get to celebrate one of my absolute favorite of the 2D Kirby games. And how fitting, the very first mode is a recreation from the ground up of the original Kirby's Dreamland. But suppose you've never played a Kirby game before. Well, thankfully, the beginner's show has you covered. Kirby Superstar's built-in tutorial to show you the ropes and give you an idea of how to play as our lovable pink puffball Kirby. Oh, he's a squishy boy. He's a pretty job. Not when he pulls that face, though. But yes, rather than jumping straight into the action, the game gives you the option to go through a built-in tutorial that shows you the ropes of how the game plays. And anyone who's familiar with the original Kirby Superstar will know that the control scheme of that version is not necessarily the most intuitive. Kirby Superstar Ultra opts to make the control scheme closer to how it plays in a lot of his other titles, but mostly focused on the Game Boy Advance control scheme, as that's been the norm for the most part up to this stage. And honestly, it does make the game control a lot more reliably. And no, you're not allowed to show this off, we're playing Kirby's Dreamland. No copy abilities for you. Anyways, pretending that didn't happen. Yes, I am completely skipping the copy ability aspect of the beginner show because in the case of Spring Breeze, I'm going to be playing it in line with the game it is based on, the original Kirby's Dreamland, which features no copy abilities whatsoever other than in my slightly non-canon headcanon interpretation of the credits. Kirby Canvas Curse is canon, deal with it. But point being, we're playing Spring Breeze as if it is Kirby's Dreamland. We're going solo, we're going without copy abilities, and in some respects it makes the game a little easier, but in other respects it means you've really got to be on your toes and play it safe. And so here we are. Green Greens, the first level of Kirby's Dreamland, but remade in Superstar Ultra graphics. How good does this look? It's amazing! Yes, I know that I played the fan game Kirby's Dreamland Advance on the LP League as an extra playthrough for the LP of Kirby's Dreamland. But as fantastic as that is as a fan game, it cannot be understated how amazing the official remake through Spring Breeze looks. It hits the mark. It captures the spirit of Kirby's Dreamland wonderfully. And playing through it this way, you truly get that original experience. Granted, you do very swiftly realize that relying just on inhaled items to kill enemies tears through them like tissue paper. Part of the flair of playing Kirby, especially games like Kirby Superstar, is that the flair comes from using the copy abilities. If you play Spring Breeze like it is Kirby's Dreamland, you very quickly realize just how powerful Kirby's most basic attacks are. That doesn't take away the fun though, especially when you get to see completely redone sprites of enemies that are only really in Kirby's Dreamland and, well, this game, like the Grizzos. I mean, look how adorable they look. It's amazing. I mean, I think they've come back for some of the newer 3D games, but before that, this was their only other appearance, so it's great to see how it all looks completely remastered. Anywho, first boss, Wispy Woods. Sometimes he has new tricks up his sleeve, a couple of extra air puffs, and sometimes he'll spit down something other than apples, but more often than not, just apples. So nothing too out of the ordinary, a standard Kirby affair with this boss. Oh. And with that, that's one Sparkling Star collected. First dance of the game, and unlike the original Kirby's Dreamland, we skip Castle Lololo and head straight to Float Islands. Oh, and the arrangement of Float Islands from Kirby Superstar is so nice. I absolutely love it. It is one of my favorite tracks in the game. So good to listen to. Also the teleporting caboose. Painful. Painful. Under there. Aha, coconuts. But yeah, even though I'm playing through Spring Breeze here without copy abilities, because I'm doing the SNES version co-op with Matt's LP Adventures, it means that without using copy abilities, I wouldn't get to play as the helper characters. So, the copy abilities will instead be in the co-op. Meanwhile here, I'm just grabbing the invincible candy and crashing through everything. Like an unstoppable force of nature. Hi, Mr. Frosty. Bye, Mr. Frosty. Bye, Mr. Frosty. Oh look, there's Castle Lololo in the distance. Lovely. Amazing. The first thing we encounter was even a bomb. That's pretty indicative of the original Castle Lololo. Speaking of, the boss is not Kabula of Float Islands, but instead Lolo and Lala here. Because again, we flew to Castle Lololo, or an abridged version of it at least. Nevertheless, 2 boxes each will take him down. And no mini-boss because again, destination is boss fight. And that's them done. There's the second Sparkling Star. Yeah, so they abridged Float Islands and Castle Lolo and smushed them together. Meaning our third level is Bubbly Clouds. Ooh, what a headache indeed. Also, do love the calming melodies of Bubbly Clouds. Very nice. Not too fond of the Scarfies though. Could do without the Scarfies if I'm completely honest. What does it look for though? No. No. Thank you. Out of the way, so Kibble. There. Nope. Thank you. And out of the way. Okay. Chicken. Chicken. And on to the mini-boss fight with Kracko Jr. Nope, nope, nope. Come on, what you got? What you got? There we go. Ooh, bombs. Lovely. Thank you. Come on, stop swerving and whirving. There we go. Okay, onto the Warp Star. Heading to the next section of Bubbly Clouds. There's a mic there, but we're going to ignore him and just go through here. Don't need the ice cream because I've got full health. Up we go. Nope. No. She swallowed me. Eek. And was there an extra? Nah, it's a tomato. Okay. Eh. Thank you. Cursed you, Sir Kibble! Fall into the pit. Up through here, past the Rockies, dodge the falling Grizzo, and into the moon. Plenty of fruit and chicken in the sky, and an extra life, always good. Anything else? A mini-boss! And our old pal Bonkers. Do you have coconuts for me? He does indeed. And stars fire! Eh. Cool. Good for you. I'm gonna go back up and get some food. Thank you very much. Chicken, and maybe some peach. Lovely. No, I already fought you. Goodbye. I didn't think I'd respawn Bonkers. Cool. I did not know you could do that. Good to know. So now we're fighting Krakow proper. Again, playing this the classic way, it is tearing through them. Very much tearing through them. But with that, 3 sparkling stars. And now it is time to take the fight to Mount DDD. And take on the King Penguin himself. In his mountain fortress. And instead of what the original does, making us go through remixed versions of old levels, it puts us straight at the entrance to his arena. A couple of copy abilities to grab, but mostly one door and the fight straight to him. And he has even gathered an audience at his arena, with some familiar cameos, such as Luigi and Toad and Mario over there, and Mario and Peach on the other side. Cameos don't stop there. You'll actually see a couple of newer enemies in the audience as well, most notably the balloon enemy from Kirby Campus Curse. But enough gawking at the audience, time to focus on the King Penguin himself. It can still be a bit of a stressful fight, but nowhere near as stressful as... Oh, okay, that apparently gives you invincibility frames. Wonderful. Good to know. Good to know. Also, love the look of King DDD's arena. This has become a pretty nice staple of the franchise. Oh, that was over your head. Yeah, this arena has become a pretty consistent staple in the franchise and has come back quite a number of times. I do love it. Now get out of here! Out of here! Away with you! And with that, we have gathered all of the sparkling stars. And again, in my non-canon headcanon, Kirby absorbs them and uses his very first canon copy ability, Balloon. And takes the stolen food back to the inhabitants of Dreamland. And then the credits go really fast because it is only the first mode of the game. But I do love how they perfectly capture the credit sequence of Balloon Kirby just hovering Castle DDD across the ocean. Absolutely wonderful. And yeah, good fun. They even recreate him spitting them back out and the sparkling stars just holding up Castle DDD as the food rains down to the inhabitants. Look at all of them Waddle Dees in the audience getting all their food back. To be continued. Now that is very different from the original. And why is it to be continued? Well, you shall see. But for now, we have unlocked 3 new modes. Gourmet Race, Dynablade, and the Great Cave Offensive. And with that, Spring Breeze is completed. But that's where I'm gonna leave it for now. So next time on Let's Double Play Kirby Superstar, you'll be seeing the playthrough co-op between myself and Matt's LP Adventures going up as we take on Spring Breeze together as helper and hero. Until then, this has been Sax226, and I'll see you next time for more Kirby. Catch you later.